I know you said.
No, that's Tu B'Shvat.
Oh, you need the other mic.
What we're not going? We're using the other camera also today. Okay. Rabbi Sai, here's an email from Phil Sondervan from Kansas. We are great fans of the 8-minute daf all the way in Winfield, Kansas. My brother-in-law is from Kansas. Avi Catch, if anybody knows him. He's from Kansas. There are Yidden there. And there are people that watch the 8-minute daf. However, I need to correct you on something you said on daf, Lamed Dalet on Berachos. You claim that if a kohen is a chazan, then he should participate in Berachos Kehanim in our times. This is mostly incorrect. Only when the chazan is the only kohen in the shul, he should go through the ordeal of washing before Chazar Sashat. He holds like that. I'm not sure. Maybe in Kansas that's how they paskin. I think in Eretz Yisrael they do it the way I said, but I didn't look it up. So maybe he's right. I don't know.
Rabbi Kornbluth says he's wrong, and that's wrong.
If there is even one other kohen, he should just cover his head and hands and let someone else read the Berachos Kehanim to other kohen Kehanim. The source for this is the Shulchan Aruch. Section Nesias Kapayim. I'm a kohen myself, and I had it occur to me a few times in Rosh Hashanah, as well with my father, brother, and Rabbi of the Shul. Thank you very much for making this wonderful series, and we are listening carefully every day. Shabbat Shalom, Phil. Philip, I don't know. We have to look into this halacha. I'm not a kohen. What? Oh, here's a kohen, Rabbi Schoenberg. Rabbi Schoenberg is our. What? What do you say? Right, so Rabbi Schoenberg says, like I said yesterday, and I guess the point is, if you could be mechaven and it's not going to disturb you, that's what the Gemara says. If you know that you could go right back into it, here's a picture. Don't be jealous in Malibu. Dafing in Malibu, it says here. There's a nice kosher beach here, not a single person.
Is that from David?
This is from Ari. Where's Ari? Ari Rosenstein. Yeah. All right. Jonathan, did you give your friend the regards? You did? Okay, beautiful. All right, that's it. Oh, today we're starting a brand new perek. And I want to say as follows. I didn't bring a lot of emails because I wanted to give a little something from the heart. The other day, one of my very good friends davened here in the morning for the first time. And then he sent me a voice message which was 3 minutes and 18 seconds. When I saw that, I opened up the message and he starts talking and then he starts crying. Literally, I'm not making this up. For a few yichidim, I will play it back, maybe. And basically what he was saying was how inspired he was from coming here and seeing the camaraderie. He started mentioning people by name and look what this guy does and this guy does. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, just in the last 24 hours, you have Dr. Epstein. He brought a huge tray of delicious cookies. Then you have, what's your name? I don't even know. Azriel Davis brought a very powerful computer so that Reuven Chait could do the videos. So you have Reuven Chait, you have Azriel. Yesterday, where is he? I don't even know where he is. I don't know his name. He's a new guy with like red hair. He's not here yet. What's his name? Daniel Landau. Comes in with 2 cases, 6,000 cups. You have Gary and Yosef Bilyak. What is it called? They were buffing the floor for like 4 hours. Then you have Seltzer up there doing the video camera and trying to get the new camera to work. And it's overwhelming. It really is. Every single person. And then you have Leon Welcher from South Africa. Who's behind the scenes, nobody even knows. He got 1,000 people to subscribe to download the app, the 8-minute app. 1,000 people. He's sitting there in South Africa, but nobody knows what he looks like. Here's a guy. Then Avi Kamiansky is sending me all these pictures from people in Baltimore. A guy just took out his checkbook, wrote out $250, though we should mention a name during this year. It's like, so it is overwhelming. 3 minutes and 18 seconds, he's crying. I'm not making this up. We have something special going, and we should, Be'ez Hashem, continue weiter. And our good friend, Fischel, we had 2 guys last week that came 5 days straight from Yerushalayim in taxis, separately, an official just had a granddaughter. Her name is Mazel Tov Leah Shendel. He's part of the Chabur already. He added himself to the group somehow. Bekitzer Gevaldik. Zog the Mishnah. New perek, brand new perek. Ketzad Mevarchim. Okay, Shua's not here. I don't get water. I get it. Ketzad Mevarchim ala Peiroi. So now we're going to be discussing brachas. No, not everybody at one shot, please. All right. And Hillel gets me water. It's unbelievable what goes on here. It's unbelievable. Ketzad mevarchim ala peros. Ala peros, al peros elon. No great chidushim here besides the last line in this Mishnah. What do you make on fruits from a tree? Chutz minayayin. There's one thing that grows on a tree that we make a different bracha called wine. Shalayayin oimer boire pri hagofen. Gofen is a vine. He created fruit that comes out of the vines. And fruit that comes out of the ground, strawberries, melons, all that stuff. Besides for bread. No, somebody gave me Musar. I'm not allowed to say it like that because it sounds like Melech Ha'olam, two separate things. So I guess the guy mentions and meant that should be a slight pause. So I have to get used to it. Oh, that was it. And this brach is not mentioned in the Mishnah. So on greens, on lettuce, on cabbage. Rabbi Yehuda breaks it down a little bit more, and there's even more brachas. There's the bracha for kidneys and stuff like that. He calls it zraim. What happened to my, I don't know, Mr. Dambi, this thing, I love it, but it keeps on getting lost. Okay, I don't have it today. I'm going to find it after this year. Is it here somewhere? Lie down. It's your fault. It's raining already? Yeah. Wow. Whoever came on time, Baruch Hashem. Okay. The Kinneret is going up. I think it's like a record year for the Kinneret. Unbelievable. Beautiful. Yes. Wine and? What do you think? What do you think? The Gemara's not going to discuss it? Come on, Judah. Judah's famous. Did I tell you you're famous? You know you're famous. You were at the bris and people came over to you. I'm not joking. You weren't here when I said it. Okay. Is it true that people came over and you asked you if you're the voice on the shir? Yeah. Okay. Zog the Gemara. Minani Mili. How do you know you have to make a bracha? The Tonu Rabbanon. Rabbi say, this is going to be your first test in Gemara in going through a sugya, not an agadita sugya, a little bit of a cheshbon. You have to hold a little bit of cup here, but I made it kind of simple, easier for you. The Torah Rabbanon, we had a couple lines, but this is like, it goes all the way down to the bottom of the page. If you could hold through this, then you'll make it through Shabbos, no problem. So pay attention. The Torah tells us about the Isser of Arla. The first 3 years, fruit on a tree, you're not allowed to have enough from it, can't eat it. And on the 4th year, there's something called Revai, the 4th year. The 4th year, what do you do with the fruit? You treat the fruit just like you would treat Meiser Sheni. That is, that you take the fruit to Yerushalayim and you eat in Yerushalayim. Let's say you don't want to take the fruit to Yerushalayim, you live in Bet Shemesh. So you're mechalel the fruit on money. You deconsecrate the fruit on money, and you bring the money to Yerushalayim, and you buy fruit in Yerushalayim with the money. And the fruit that you were mechalel in Bet Shemesh, you could eat right here in Bet Shemesh. So it's just like Meiser Sheni. Then the Torah tells us, the Torah Rabbanon Kodesh Hilulim Lashem. Look at this word, Hilulim is like Hallel, to praise Hashem, but it's a plural lashon, Hilulim, twice. So what does the Gemara learn? Melamed shetunim bracha lifnei ulachreim. This is Rebbe Akiva, Mekano Rebbe Akiva, Asr la'adam sheyitam klum kodim sheyivarach. Fine. So we have Rebbe Akiva who says that the words Hilulim is a bracha before eating and after eating, and Shalom Yisrael. We don't go with Rebbe Kiva. We're going to go all the way down. If we skip all the way down to the bottom of the page, it's just logic. We don't have a pasuk. Logic. You cannot eat in this world without thinking of Kodesh Baruch Hu, otherwise you're stealing from him. Now, what?
Is it different than the Raisa of the Rabbana?
Yeah. So Berachos l'chumra, l'kula. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a little bit of what's going on, and not too difficult. We have this word, and don't take this for. This is just for demonstration purposes. How we break up the word, hilulim. So you have two words here. The Gemara is going to say that I don't have any extra word here. If these two words, hilulim, or one word which is plural, have two drushes, I have a bracha before and a bracha after. But if they're not extra, then I don't have anything. If both are not extra, I don't have a source. So number one, the Gemara says everybody agrees that the first part of the word or part of the word comes to say that first I have to be mechalel the fruit on money, and then I can eat the fruit. I can't eat the fruit and then decide, all the fruit that I just ate, I'm gonna pay back later and I'm gonna bring that money to Yerushalayim. So you have to achle v'hadar achle. It's again a play with the words. The Gemara likes to do that. It rhymes. Achle v'hadar achle. First you do chilul, you deconsecrate it on money, and then you eat. No, you deconsecrate. The fruit is consecrated. You're removing the kedusha from the fruit, putting it on money. Fine. Now what about the next word? So now I'm left with one drasha. But even that one drasha, says the Gemara, there's a shiloh in the Mishnah later on, there's a shiloh in the Mishnayos in general. What does Revai mean? The fourth year. Is it talking about neta or kerem? Neta means all fruit. Kerem means only grapes. Now, if it means grapes, so I need a special drasha, and I'll use the Yud Mem, let's say, if that's the drasha, to tell me grapes. And therefore, I'm left with zero. So that's game over. I don't have any drashas. I need the Yud Mem or the Hilulim, the second drush in Hilulim, I need it to tell me grapes. Because instead of being very general and saying all fruits of the world, I have to say, no, specifically grapes. There's another way to do it, and that is to learn Gzeir Shava. And Gzeir Shava tells me that it's grapes. And if I have Gzeir Shava that tells me it's grapes, then I do have one word extra to tell me there's a bracha. And if I have one bracha, how am I going to know two brachas that you have to make before and after? That I can learn from a Kavachomer, because I'll take the bracha, I'll say it goes at the end, it's Berachos HaMazon, because that's similar to the Torah, and I'll make a Kavachomer. If you're already full, you make a bracha, so certainly when you're very hungry, you should probably thank Hashem. Shai. That's that. Now, if I say neta Ravai, so I do have extra word, and again, the extra word, neta, means it refers to all fruit, so if it refers to all fruit, I don't need a specific word to just narrow it down. So I have one extra word, and from that extra word I'm going to learn, there's one bracha, I make a bracha achrona. And if I have a bracha achrona, it's the same thing. It teaches me kavachomer to the beginning. Then the Gemara is going to say, well, wait a minute. I only know, let's say if I learn from kerem, even if I have the extra word kerem because I learned the Gzeir Shava, but that's only grapes. How do I learn that if I eat chocolate I have to make a bracha? So one says, well, you can learn it from grapes. It's the same thing as grapes. I'm having anah, I should make a bracha. Well, grapes is special. Grapes has oilelois. We'll go into that. So learn it from grain. We know you have to make chaltav, savada, virachta. You have to make a bracha on grain, but challah. Grain is special. There's a challah. You can't learn any other. You can't learn chocolate from grain, because grain is special. You have to take challah. If you take challah, maybe you have to make a bracha. Maybe learn from both of them, and then it goes on. I just continued here. It keeps on going. It's a long, typical Gemara, one of these drushes Gemaras. Learn from two of them together. Here's blue, grapes, no, oilelois. Here's grain, blue, no, challah. Learn from two of them, grapes and grain. No, they both go on the mizbeach. So learn from Shivas Haminim. No, I can't learn from Shivas Haminim. Bikurim. And now I'm stuck. I don't have a source for bracha at all. I have to fall upon the answer of logic. So now let's see the whole Amid inside. Minani Mili. The Torah Habanon Kodesh Hilulim which is plural, Hashem, Melamed Shetunim Bracha Lefneim Melachrei, Mekan Omer Rebbe Kiva Asaladim Sheyitam Klum Kodim Sheyivarech. Now, once I know this pasuk is talking about Revai. Well, I can learn out all other fruits from it, from a Mametzinu. Just like by Revai you make a bracha. The Torah says, make a bracha. It says in these psukim of Revai, you should make a bracha. And Memela, everything else also needs a bracha. V'hai kodesh ilulim. What are you talking about? These two words of ilulim, these two drushes, I already need it for something else. Lach yudasa, I'm mebayilei, I need it for something else. Chad omer rachmana achlei v'hodar achlei. First, you have to take the kedusha and put it on money. Then you can eat the fruit. Vidach davar ton shira ton chilul. It's the pasuk of neter revai is only talking about Kerem Revai. It's only talking about Kerem Revai. It's only talking about grapes. Why? Because grapes have shira. What's shira? In the Beis Hamikdash, when you put wine on the Beis Hamikdash, on the Mizbeach, the Levim they sing songs. This whole concept of bringing fruit to Yerushalayim doesn't even go on apples and oranges. It only goes on grapes. And therefore, the whole sugya of Revai is only grapes also. A very interesting pasuk that all the fruits went to the grape and said, be our king. He says, how could I be your king? I have to make wine. I'm too busy to be a king. But you see that wine makes people happy, makes Hashem happy. Ask the Gemara, how can you make Hashem happy? You can't make Hashem happy. It's not referring to Simcha of Hashem. It means you say Shira to Hashem. If you say that the whole pasuk Kodesh Hilulim Lashem is talking about grapes, I don't have a drasha now to learn Berachos from, because I need the word to teach us that it's grapes and not any other food. But according to the other Manamah that says Neter Revai, that the concept of the fourth year goes on all fruits. Right? I told you about I have a little orange tree on my porch. I have no idea when we planted it. So we're probably in the 6th, 7th year, but I still have these nerve in that we're still in the 3rd or 4th year. So we're never going to eat those fruit. But it what? They're not edible anyways. The kids, they're never for my father. I'll tell you a var, the official told me on the way to the bris. He said that if you notice, because he was asking me if my grandson is going to have a pinyan ben, yes. He says, pinyan ben is extremely rare. He does one a year as a caterer. He did the whole math, very rare. A lot of people are Leviim, Kohanim, it's not the firstborn, first you have a girl, you have miscarriages, kids are... C-section, very good. What? 1 in 80. Wow. That's insane. I didn't know that. Wow. 1 in 80 births, yeah. So he said, why aren't there any chumras when it comes to pinyan ben? You should put a lot of gold on the baby. It should be a very big thing. You should give 5.5 slime, make sure that, get a kohen, a miyucha should be miyuchasim. Very pashut. Because briskers were Levim. Zok the Gemara. I deserve it. I just spilled on myself.
Retribution was swift.
The brisker Rav is looking down and laughing right now. I spilled on myself. Great.
You made it. You made it.
Zok the Gemara. Some Mela. So we said this already. Michael Amema. Ditmar. What's this? Thank you. Ditmar Rebbe Chia Rebbe Shim Rebbe. Chatoni Kerem Revai. Chatoni Neter Revai. The whole parsha in the Torah is referring to all fruit or only grapes. Still, even if you say that's referring to all fruit, I'm sorry, if it's only referring to Kerem, grapes, I could still come up with one drasha. How? If I don't use up that word to teach me that it's grapes. How do I not use up the word to teach me that Revai is talking about grapes? From Gzeir Shava, I have another limud. I don't need a word. I have a limud. The Tanya Rebbe Omer, Nemar kan, it says by Revai, lo hoisif lochem tvuasoi. V'nemar lahalon u tvuas hakerem. We have two words that are the same. That's Gzeir Shava. Tvua and tvua. It says by Klai Hakerem that you're not allowed to plant grapes with other grains. We already had it in the Masechta. If it's referring only to, do you do 3 poilas yad, any other type of vegetable? But it says tvuas hakerem. Malalon kerem, just like by kerem revai, you're not allowed to plant different species together, but one of them must be grapes. Afkan kerem. So too by revai, the whole concept of revai is only grapes. My tree on my porch is not grapes. I don't have halach of revai according to this mandamar. Yaterle. So therefore I have chad hilu lebracha. One we said is achlei v'hadar achlei. Forget about that one. That is done. But we have a second drasha, and that second drasha will tell us that you must make one bracha. Which bracha? I could pick. Bracha rishayna or bracha achrayna. Says Rashi, you don't pick. It's Birkas Hamazon, because that's what it says in the Torah. It's a deraisa to say Birkas Hamazon. Nowhere in the Torah does it mention that you should. Well, maybe yeah, but we go based on Birkas Hamazon. And even if I have one extra word, ashkechon lachrav, as Rashi explains, I use that one. I have one bracha. I know that you have to make a bracha achrayna, the fun of menayin. But how would I know the first bracha? Ali kashya. That's a big a simple kavachomer. Kishur sovea mevarech, kishur rav lekalchkin. If when you are satiated you make a bracha, certainly you should make one before you eat. Now a lot of you who did chazara are going to ask the question in the beginning of the Masechta. Everything's the beginning of the Masechta. If it was 3 days ago, it seems like we learned the exact opposite logic from this. That you should really say it's like the opposite of Birkas HaTorah. That's sugi Birkas HaTorah. You make a bracha beforehand, not afterwards. You're already satiated. Okay. Let's just flow here. Ashkechon kerem. Fine, but even if you learn a bracha by grapes, sharmina minayin. How do I know that anything else besides grapes needs a bracha? Says Gemara, why not? The Yolf Mikerem. If grapes need a bracha,
So the Kalachon makes no sense. That's the right. Torah says make a bracha. You can learn Kalachon.
no. The Torah doesn't say to make a bracha right on that. That's on food. That's on bread. We're talking about other things. We're talking about grapes.
See that a bracha is from a deraisa. It has a
The concept of,
it has a tzad chuma, but it's a deraisa.
you mean just like in bread, we said dafka afterwards. I hear. Ein Tosfos, fine. Makerem darshan nehena. This is logic. It's a memetzinu. If we find the concept by grapes that you have enjoyment from it, v'tom bracha, and you have to make a bracha. I've called davar shenehena tom bracha. Anything that you insert into your body and it gives you pleasure, you have to make a bracha. Even if you smell it, let's say, but it goes into your body, you'd have to make a bracha. There's a concept called oilois. What's oilois? Rashi brings down that this is how a normal grape looks. It's very wide on the top, called the shoulder or katev, and then it becomes narrow on the bottom, and netef. But if it looks like this, I'm just making this up. I don't know if this is exactly what it looks like, but this is for demonstration purposes. If 1, 2, 3, fine. I couldn't find a good picture. That's why I said less than this. Fine, less than this. But the idea is one grape here, one grape there. The idea of grapes is that they're bunched together and they create pressure on each other. That's grapes. Over here, not so much so. Yosef Verman says less than this, less than this. I couldn't find a good picture, so I put this here. That's why I'm
on top of the other. So like the grapes sit only one below it. So that one is there.
like this.
No. The one in your the one that is full.
Yeah.
One grape sits
Right,
on
but over here, not so much. They're not touching each other. You see this and this? Whatever. You get the idea. Whatever the halacha is, the separation, the distance between the two, this you leave for a ani. So if you leave this for a ani, you don't have that concept by any other food in the world, then you have to make a bracha on it. It's special. You give to ani, you would have to make a bracha, and therefore I can't learn anything else out from grapes. Grain doesn't have a halacha of oilois, yet you make a bracha. So maybe all food in the world, you have to make a bracha. Malikama, grain, shekain chayeves b'chala. We know that you have to take chala, and therefore, if the Torah is machmer on it, they have to separate, give some meiser to the kohen. So it's different than anything else. Kerem yechiach. So let's do a combination of the two. You have wine that you don't take challah, grapes you don't take challah. You have kama that you don't take oililois, but the two of them together have one concept, which is called a bracha, and therefore everything else you should learn out from those two together. Kerem yechiach, mala kamash kecheves b'challah. V'chazar adin, it goes back and forth. Loiri zeh kri zeh, v'loiri zeh kri zeh. I forgot to make a chart I wanted to do yesterday, because since we're starting Shas, a chart of the rules of Shas. We have the Shloshis Tzurei Midos, Shatar, and addresses them. This is one of the things, you go back and forth. Loiri zeh kri zeh. It's not that the Gemara is making it up. This is how HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah to make these kind of drushes. We have a Tzad Shava, we spoke about Exeris Shava, we spoke about a Kav HaChomer. It's all the drushes that we need. Not all, but a lot of them. V'chazar din, bottom line is, Loiri Zekri Zev, Loiri Zekri. This has challah, this has oilolois. Hatzad Shava Shabem, they have one common denominator. Dover Shenehenev Tom Bracha. Anything that you benefit from, you enjoy it, needs a bracha. I've called Dover, chocolate, and apples. Called Dover Shenehenev Tom Bracha. Malat Hatzad Shava Shabem. But wait a minute. If I'm going to use those two, grapes and bread, Sheken Yesh Beitzad Mizbeach. Both of them, flour goes on the Mizbeach. You have a mincha, wine goes on the Mizbeach. Now the Gemara just inserts here stam to confuse us a little bit. Vazinami Zayis, this Beitzad Mizbeach. Oh, by the way, oil also should be included in here, that you should have to make a bracha, because you also put oil on the Mizbeach. Okay. And then the Gemara goes on a tangent. We'll go right back though. V'zayis Mitzad Mizbeach, Zayis, olive, you don't make a bracha because it goes in the Mizbeach. But behedik siv be kerem, it says the word kerem by Zayis, the chsiv, vayaver migadish, at kama vat kerem Zayis. He had a great idea, Shimshon. He wanted to burn all the fields of the Pelishtim, so he tied a fire to the tail of the fox and he let him go. He went crazy, the fox, and ran and burnt everybody. Fine, but it says, 1,000 foxes. Omer av papa, kerem Zayis ikri, kerem stamalo ikri. No, you can't learn from the positive because that's called a kerem Zayis, not a kerem. Fine. Mikol Makom Kasha. Let's get back to the question. The bottom line is, I can't learn any bracha out of grapes and bread because they are special and they go on a mizbeach. Elo, the Olav Meshivas Haminim. Let's try something else. Let's learn from the 7 minim. They need a bracha. Mashivas Haminim, Davar, Shenehenev Tom Bracha. It's something you benefit from, you enjoy, and you need a bracha of Kodosh and Tom Bracha. You guys see what I'm talking about? This is like some Gemaras, and we had a whole Masech or two straight from beginning to end that had this kind of Gemara. You guys remember, like Chulin, and it was, yeah. That's why Chaim's not here today. His father knows. Void hoteinach la'achrov l'fanav minayin. Okay, so even if we can learn from Shivas Haminim. Sorry, Mal Shivas Haminim sheken chayom bebikurim. You can't learn anything out from Shivas Haminim because Shivas Haminim is very different. You have the chiyuv of bikurim, which you don't have on apples. And besides that, still, how do I know a bracha beforehand? Well, that we said the answer before. If I know one bracha, which is the bracha afterwards, so certainly the bracha beforehand.
Once you go Shivas Haminim, why do you need yayin? Why do you need a special bracha for yayin?
Here's Chaim. But perfect timing, we just finished the drushes. And we're just talking about your father mentioned your name, not me. You mean what would we do with those two other things? Well, who says there's a special drasha? We have a bracha by yayin, we have a bracha by kama. Why does the Torah say specifically by bread? I don't know. If that's the, yeah. Zog the Gemara. Yeah, well, another question. We were pretty good. We thought that we were okay with the mandama that says neter revai. The mandama that says neter revai has an extra word, a complete extra word to learn brachas from. The problem is hotainach kol davar netiyah. Anything that is planted in the ground, I can learn out from revai. What's revai? Fruit. What kind of fruit? All fruit. All fruit needs a bracha. The labar netiyah. But anything else could go in basar beitz and v'dagim. Minale. How does the man Omar that says Neter Ravai, how does he learn any other food that we eat that you make a bracha? Ella, and this is the bottom line. After a whole Amud, Svaruhu, it's just logic. No pasuk. Maybe we could use a pasuk as an asmachta to give us a little bit of power, but that's it, it's logic. You're stealing. Somebody else owns it, you walk into his store and you start taking stuff and you start eating, that's stealing. Ton Rabbanon, to explain it.
It's not the same line from the beginning. The beginning was Shayitom, here's the Shayen. Different lashon.
Okay. That means the same thing though. Yeah. Okay.
The drush on this, I heard,
not for now. Okay. Ton Rabbanon, also loy l'adam sheyenu, how much time do we have? Yeah, okay. Weiter. You'll tell me afterwards. Also loy l'adam sheyenu min oilam hazeh b'lei bracha. V'chol anahenu min oilam hazeh b'lei bracha mal. It's as if you took something out of the Beis Hamikdash. It's owned by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't like when you mess around with his behemoths that are dedicated to the Beis Hamikdash, he doesn't like when you take his bread and eat it without a bracha. Maita kante, yelech etz chacham. If you did an avera, you should go to the chacham. Yelech etz chacham. It sounds like another religion. You do an avera, and you go to confession or something. You go to chacham. What does that mean? May avidlei. What is he going to do? Once you do an Isser, the Chacham can't help you. Can't get you out of the Isser. You should learn the halachas first. Go to Chacham and know what kind of brachas you should make. Because if you don't know the bracha and you don't make a bracha, you're over on Me'ilah. It's literally stealing from Hashem. Hashem owns everything. Rabbi Levi Rami, in fact, Rabbi Levi had the question, it's a contradiction. He gave the earth to humans. So is it Hashem's or it's humans? Which one is it? Lo kasha. Kan koidim bracha, kan lacha bracha. So it's very interesting. Every single thing, even this cup, is Hashem's. So I make a bracha, I have permission to use it. Once my bracha expires, it goes back to Hashem. It's not mine forever. So if I'm waiting 60 minutes, whatever the shear is, and I'm not hungry, so I have to make another bracha. It's not mine. Kan lacha bracha. Omer Chanina bar Papa kol anen me'olam hazeh b'lei bracha, kilu goyzel HaKadosh Baruch Hu u Knesset Yisrael. You're not only stealing from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're stealing from Knesset Yisrael. Shenemar goyzel ave v'imoy. He steals from his own parents. V'omer ein pasha. There's nothing wrong with that. Chaveru. He is in company of a ish mashchis, a destroying kind of person. What does father mean? He's your father, your master. He's taking your job. You can help them. All right. Zog the Gemara. Shema b'ni. By the way, just chapper right here in brachas, because I don't know how many songs we're going to have in Shabbos. Shema b'ni musar ovicha v'altito ishtoras imecha is referring to Knesset Yisrael. What does this mean? My chaver hu lishmashchis. You're in the company of bad people. Omer b'chanina bar Papa chaver hu liYerovam ben Nevat. Yerovam ben Nevat is a king that's always the symbol of rishus. He was a choite umachti. Not only did he sin, he caused Klal Yisrael to sin. He forbade the Klal Yisrael to go up la'alila regel, and he made them bow to his idols. V'chulu v'chulu v'chulu. Bad guy. Ein l'chelik le'olam haba. So shehishchis es Yisrael avim shebeshamayim. Fine. Zog the Gemara Rabbi Chanina bar Papa Rami. Rabbi Chanina bar Papa asked a contradiction. Ksiv v'lokachti degoni bi'itoi. I shall take my grain. Uchsiv v'osafta degonecha. I only say this every day, yet in the 8th minute I kept on saying degoncha, degoncha. I don't know why. Degoncha v'siroishcha. Degonecha. The word is degonecha. Loikashio kam b'zman she'Yisrael. Whose grain is it? Our degonecha or degoni? It's mine or his? Which one is it? So the Gemara depends. If you do Hashem's will, then it's yours. Hashem releases it to you. He lets you have it if you do His will. Oh, and now we come upon one of the most famous sugis in Shas, big Ashkafa sugi. Torah Rabbana. V'ostafta digonecha. You shall gather your grain, matam aloymar. Lefi shenemar lo yomush sefer HaTorah azeh mepicha. We have a contradiction. It says the sefer Torah should not leave your mouth. What's the continuation of the pasuk? V'agisa ba yom v'layla. You should learn Torah day and night. So, what do you do? You learn day and night, and you don't go to work. You don't earn a living, or v'ostafta digonecha. You should earn a living. It's a contradiction. Yachal dvarim kichsavan, says the Gemara. Maybe I should take it literally. You should learn Torah day and night. Tamaloymar v'ostafta digonecha. Hanig bohen minag derech eretz divrei Rabbi Shmuel. We have a machlokes here. Is it literal or not literal? Rabbi Shmuel says you should learn. You should do derech eretz. You should earn a livelihood. Says Rashi, Hanig bohem im divrei Torah. It doesn't mean you should earn a living from 9 to 9. It means you have to have balance with Torah. You learn Torah and you earn a living. Why? Says Rashi, Minag derech eretz, look inside, it's kedai to see. First we'll look in Rashi before that. Hanig bohem im divrei Torah. Very important. He's not saying just derech eretz, go to work and forget about Torah. It has to be together. Number 2, Minag derech eretz, shim taveli dei tzarech habriyos. If you need to come on to other people only, soivcha li botam divrei Torah. You're not going to have anything. At the end, you're not going to even learn Torah. So it's kedai to get a job. Reb Shimon ben Yochai, the famous Reb Shimon ben Yochai, who came out of the cave and couldn't believe people were working, and he burnt them to crisps. He says, this is shita. Is it possible that a person is working non-stop all day, every day? He has to plow the field. And he has to plant the seeds. And he has to reap. How do you say disha in English? In the thresh. And he has to winnow. You throw it up in the air and you let the wind take it up. The shaft. Chaff. What's going to be with Torah? How could you work all day and night and not? What's going to be with Torah? Elo. Bizman Yisrael oisim ritzoyin shel makom. When Klal Yisrael does what they were supposed to do, melachtem nasasei de'acherim. Other people take care of your business. You'll earn a living through other people. Shenemar va'amdu zorim v'rod tzeinchem. Other people will take care of your sheep. Bizman Yisrael oisim ritzoyin shel makom. But if we don't do His will, melachtem nasasei de'atzman. You have to do your own job. You have to go to work. Shenemar v'osafta digonecha. You should gather your grain. It says Reb Shimon ben Yochai. You're going to work for other people. You're going to make other people wealthy. You'll work for your enemy. Many people try Torah im derech eretz, so to speak, to combine Torah with a livelihood. And it worked out. Many people try to stop working completely and learning all day and relying on other people. Didn't work out. Rava would tell his Talmidim, I beg of you, 2 months a year, do not come to yeshiva. I need you to work at least 2 months a year, but I need you to learn the rest of the year. Don't be busy with your livelihood. So what do you do if you don't know the halacha and you have a shayla and hashkafa? You go to Mishnah Brura, you go to Shulchan Aruch. I just want to quote the Shulchan Aruch for a second. Siman Kuf Nun Vav. Siman Sif Aleph. Achakach yelech la'asaka. You should go to work. They call Torah she'ini ma melacha, and he quotes Rashi, basically the Shulchan Aruch. Soifa betela v'goyrer savin. If you just learn Torah and you don't work, it causes the sin. Being poor will make him rebel against the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Umekol makom, says the Shulchan Aruch, lo yasem melachtoi ikar ela arai. Remember that we're here for the reason of Torah, and the Torah should be ikar in your life, and livelihood should be arai, temporary. V'toirosoi keva, v'zeh v'zeh yiskayim biyodin. If you do that, both will be sustained. Says the Bir Halacha here, Kosu asvarim shezeu nemer l'klal ha'olam. The Hamoinam should not learn all day. Shein kulam yicholim liskois la'alis lamadrega roma zu. Not everybody could be zoichet to that madrega lias iskom rak b'torah levada. You can't tell the whole nation go learn all day because not everybody was zoichet. Aval anoshim yichidim. There are individuals. Yuchali motzi b'choleis b'oifen zeh v'zeu shomer b'brachas daflam and heyom et beis. That's our Gemara. Harbe yosek Reb Shimon v'yechoy v'lo yosek v'yodem roitza loymar. Dafka harbe. Only a lot. But there are individuals, says the Bir Halacha, that could learn all day and should learn all day, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will help them and give them parnasa. Zok the Gemara. Wow, there's a lot of... What?
I'm saying you can learn now that it's not really machloket.
There are individuals, those who feel that they could... They're in agreement. Okay. It's not to everybody, it's for some people. What are you saying?
So is there a machlokes? Does Rishon hold that everybody should?
I don't know. He's saying you can learn not. I just read the Mishnah Berurah, what you should do la halacha. It's not for the whole Hamoin, but there are individuals. I don't know who those individuals are. If you feel you're that individual that could pull it off, then there is a concept even nowadays that you could pull it off and learn and make your Torah keva. But everybody should have in mind, everybody, even those who work all day, should have in mind that the Torah is the ikr. Torah is, why are we here? To work all day or to learn all day, but we can't learn all day, and you have to know what the ikr is. Look at the earlier generations. They made their Torah the main part of the day. And their livelihood. But they worked, but later on, they made their melacha the main part. Nothing stayed. They didn't make good money, and they didn't have Torah. And another thing, the early generations, they didn't try to create tricks and haramas how to get out of mitzvahs. The opposite. As we discussed the other day, there's tricks when it comes to meiser. I could get out of meiser, I could bring the grain through my skylight and I don't have meiser. Or I could bring it through the front door. Everybody knows the trick. The question is, do you use the trick? There's a tracks moin. They wanted to give meiser. There's achronim, machnisim periseim, they do any kind of shtick. They're gagois, they're chatzerois, they're kapivois. Kedei lepotro min meiser. The Rabbi Yanai eina tevel mischai b'meiser at shir pnei abayis. Rabbi Yanai says you only chai meiser when you see the front of the house. Shenem abiyat hakodesh min abayis. There's another pasuk that he learns it from because it says b'shorecha. Rabbi Yochanan Amar afilu chotzer kivas. Even if you bring your grain through your garden, you're also chai v'meiser. Shenem v'achlu b'shorecha v'saveu. Anyways, the later generations they try to get out of the mitzvah, whereas the early generations not. And they made their Torah keva and their melacha. Alright. Chutz min hayayin. Why is it that yayin has a special bracha? This is Judah's kash in the Mishnah. Why boyer pri hagafen? Ilem mishum dishtani liluya ishtani libracha, because you took a grape, and you made from it a $200 bottle of wine. You made it better. Very shemen, oil also. Dishtani liluya v'lo ishtani libracha. What bracha do you make on olive oil? Anybody? That nobody says. That somebody says that you don't make a bracha on it. And he says, oh, it's very good. It's a good thing we're learning Ketzim Mevarchim. Domer Rav Yudam Shmuel v'chein Omer Rav Yitzchak Omer Rav Yochanan Shemen Zayis Mevarchim Olav Boirei Priyo Eitz. Reb Dambi said you don't make a bracha at all. He's right. You don't make a bracha on olive oil at all. And the Gemara is going to explain this is when he used it for medicine for his throat. What kind of bracha are you going to make on olive oil? Okay, you can't say it's the fruit of the olive, because who made the fruit of the olive? The fruit that comes out of the olive. The fruit, not the olive itself. Whatever comes out of the olive, who made that? Hashem? No, humans. We squeeze it out. Yeah, okay, everything's Hashem. But we're talking about who squeezed it out? Humans. Memela, I can't say he created olive oil, because he didn't. We did. We squished it. Grapes are different. You're saying Boirei Pri Hagofen. What does a gofen mean? Gofen means the vine. He created the grape that comes out of the vine. So what could we really say is, as the Gemara is going to say, we have another lashon. What comes out of the zayis is not Hashem. So I have another. Pri 8 zayis. He created the fruit that comes out of the olive tree. That is true. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu made. So we have a problem. Why don't we say that? Because wine satiates you. Mishchol zayin doesn't satiate you. Mishchol zayin, drinking olive oil doesn't satiate. If a person says he's not going to eat anything satiating, mutar b'mayim melach, but not in olive oil. In other words, olive oil is satiating. Everything is considered satiating. This should be a question actually of Rabbi Shmuel, say that you don't make a mezainas, only the 5 grains. So Ravuna explains, if you say anything that satiates me slightly, yes, then olive oil satiates me. But what really sustains me, that's only the main things, the chameshis minim. That you need grain to really sustain a person. Yes, people went through the concentration camps, they ate potatoes, they ate the leaves. But that's not to satiate. That's kol hazon alai, a little bit of satiate. Alma mishcha zayin. But at the end of the day, olive oil does give you a slight satiation. Elochamres soid umishcha loy soid. So zayin and soid means to really fill you up and create. That's the word. I should have used satiate on this word, soid. But does wine really fill you up? So he's saying the reason why I say Baragofen is because it could fill you up. It's a whole meal. But look what Rava did. Rava wanted to eat the Korban Pesach when he was starving. So what did he do? He drank wine beforehand. What does wine do? It makes you hungry. So wine makes you hungry. It doesn't fill you up. He ate more matzah. Says Gemara, it depends how much wine you drink. If you drink a ton of wine, then it's going to make you hungry. Purta, you drink it in a normal amount, soid, that will satiate. Umisoid cloud does it satiate you. Only bread satiates you. Wine only makes you happy. Says the Gemara, not true. The pasuk is only saying that bread is worse than wine, that it only has one out of the 2 attributes. It could be yisod, it could give you satiation. Chamra is beitarte soid umisamach. The reason why I make boy pri agafen is because it does 2 things. It makes you happy and it makes you full. Once you're done with drinking a cup of wine, you should make birkas hamazon. Like people are not kiveya, kavi, inoshe, nobody makes a meal out of wine. And what if the guy's crazy? Yeah, a guy like that, just tell him to wait for Elianovi to come. He'll tell you whether or not that's considered. Nobody in his right mind is going to sit down to a meal of wine. Gufa, let's do a couple lines. We have a problem. He said it's bar pri 8. If you're drinking it, it causes damage. You don't make a bracha on something that causes damage. If you drink it by mistake and it's based on migdash, you don't pay the extra 5th. But if you use it, you anoint yourself by mistake, you do pay. You see, it's not meant to drink. You dip it in oil, right? You go to those Israeli restaurants, that's what they do. You dip it oil. You don't make a bracha on it because it's nothing. It's the tafel to the bread. It's in this geshmaka beet juice. They have in the Israeli restaurants. Beet juice with olive oil. And then what? You make a bracha. The Gemara, the nigron maya de silka, a nigron is beet juice. And a sigroin maya de kulo shelkei. Imkain, havla nigron ikr v'shem and tafel. Again, it's not the ikr. Why are you making bracha on the oil? The beet juice is the ikr. It's not zaklag or shega imo itfelo mevarach al ikr poitis atfelo. He's using it for medicine. The sanya You shouldn't just drink olive oil on Shabbos. That's also. Pshita. We can finish this. You make a bracha because it's medicine. I'm doing it for medicine. You should make a bracha at all. If you have anah, you're eating it. Make a bracha. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Motzei Shabbos 7:15.